Hello everyone, Positron taking a quick look at RymdResa, a game by the two-person development studio. Well, I know there's a two-person that created it. I don't think there was anybody else that worked on it, but two-person studio, Morgondag. Horrible pronunciations, I'm sure. Super apologies. Developers gave me a press code to check this out. It's super cool. It's very chill kind of game with some pretty I don't want to really say necessarily deep stuff going on, but some interesting stuff. Something I want to show off right away is, you see in the top right corner here, we have this Dr. Kelvin's dream completed. This is one of the research things you find in the game. It looks like they're persistent upgrades. What's interesting about it is that it has a timer, but the timer seems to actually go in real time even when you're not playing. I had a few minutes left on the research when I stopped playing last night, and it's actually finished now, so that's actually really cool. I kind of like that idea. So we'll activate this. I got a achievement there. So now I have the chance to gain an item. Well, we'll get into what the game actually is. So this is kind of a space exploration roguelike, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm actually gonna turn my sound down here just ever so slightly. A little loud in my headset. I want to make sure you can actually hear me here. There we go. But yeah, so let's just start playing and we'll get into the mechanics. So we get to choose a ship. The first one doesn't cost you anything, the other ones cost you points, and this is in-game cost. There's no like microtransactions or anything crazy like that. I also have a legacy bonus, which I'll explain in a bit. But let's just go with this. And I think I'll get the opening cutscene here.
The day you died. Watched it explode. Watched it burn. Observed the explosion. Observed the fire. Thinking of you.
So, we get that kind of weird, somewhat robotic voice. Gives us a little bit of a backstory. So this is our main screen. Should be. Oh, there's an item floating towards me right here. Found a consumable. Oh, we're getting pulled into something here. Oh my goodness, am I? All right, hold on. Let me try to just chill for a second here. So, this control's kind of like asteroids. You have propulsion. Resources are your health and your ability to move around. Ooh, that's no good. Yeah, when you run out of resources, you die. Simple as that. Oh my goodness, we're getting a lot of... Oh my, this is so weird. Failing these explorations here. This is such a strange thing. I've never actually started a round that kind of went like this. Let's see, we have scan the area for items. Yeah, I'll do that. I have a consumable here. Found nothing. That's a shame. Energy key spawns a refuel station. Huh. So we're kind of drifting through space here. It might give me a little chance to explain kind of what's going on. We're getting sucked around into all sorts of crazy things, though. So your goal here is you have these missions. Let me pull this up. So you have this main mission. Find 9 signal locations, and that will be the end of Chapter 1. I've never finished Chapter 1. It gives you space points. Space points are kind of your currency. You can also gain experience. You gain experience kind of just floating around and doing things and things of that nature. And you see at the top we have years. That's how long you've been in space. Yeah, gain experience, trigger events, and diary pods every other year. Increase your pilot level to unlock skill bonuses and stat points. You see we have 4 different things here. I'm currently level 2. Because this guy, while it's a kind of a roguelike thing, you've got persistent levels and things like that. We have 4 different stats. If I go into my inventory, cool thing about your inventory is consumables are one-time use, although this one looks like I might have 5 of them. However, when you die, items are not lost, which is really nice. You can see some of these require a different type of ship. Right now we have an aura, thing that helps me collect things, and a different sentry. The sentry is essentially what your little pointer is, and that tells you where your main mission is. When we go over things, wow, I got an achievement there and 5,000 space points. When we go over one of these, we can press Q or right click, and we have a chance to explore it. We can pass or fail depending on our exploration stat, and we get some stuff like this. Possible nature. This is something I can't explain, and being so incredible. Mark my words. It was not just a dream, and if I could reach, I would travel and travel inside of it. Always stay. You get some space points and resources. It's nice. So it's kind of this balance between, I've never seen so much stuff all at once. This is so weird. And I guess this is a good example of, yeah, there's another thing. This is crazy. Me, absence of home, absence of a root, absence of my origin, absence of my end. We got an item, common custom. We get an aura, sentry, custom, shield, orb, style, an engine. You can also scrap items to, I think, get some resources and things like that. The common one, I think I'll try scrapping this. Yeah, when we craft, once you fill up your crafting bar, I think you create an item. I haven't quite done that yet. Yeah, let's get this. I'm amazed at how many things are out here. We actually lost some resources there. And this is actually kind of a good example of just the vastness and randomness of the game. I don't quite know how the levels or the areas are generated or things like that, but I don't think I've ever seen the same thing twice, which is super cool. Oh, this is very, very dangerous. So we can also boost. Uses a lot of resources, but it propels us forward very quickly. Alright, let's float along here. So it's kind of oh man. It's kind of got this mix of just like, you know, death is, you know, when you die, you die. You have to start from the bottom. Alright, hello mystery. I have to reason with you, you odd piece of nature. I have become so very tired, you see, thinking I'm not sticking to the plan. Last time I did not stick to the plan and bad things happened. Oh. Hello, mystery. I am a machine just as it is supposed to be. We did find an item, a rare style. I cannot use it, though. I am amazed that there. Oh, man. Hit by the lightning and came from nowhere, created from nothing, born by universe. Oh, man. Yeah, and that actually killed me. So this is a good... Okay, so we get this symbol and some scores. I'm not quite sure what the symbols mean precisely. In our legacy bar. So legacy is... we also get a space rank. I guess that's kind of just like your overall, like how long you've been playing, things like that. Legacy level. Yeah, each game session you gain experience points toward the legacy level. Once it levels up, you can pick a bonus you can choose to activate, or you can stack. Legacy bonus is only active one game session. Tempted to use that here. Death, no, you died screaming. So I'm gonna go for another round here. I'm actually activate the bonus. I really want to show off the diaries and such too. I could try a different ship, but I'm gonna stick with the regular one here. So what I actually want to do is I want to activate a research. You can find researches just kind of floating in space, and then you can activate them for a cost. Frank's robot gains 10 bonus pilot stat points. That actually seems probably like what I'm gonna go for. Unlock consumable item, Eric's phase jumper. Ship lose less resources while boosting. That's pretty good too. Let's do the Frank's robot. And that will take 9 minutes of real time, that is. The clock seems to move a little faster than real time, but ever so slightly. Sometimes you'll see stuff in the background too, but that's the sun. Oh, we don't want to go to the sun. That's bad. Also, a nice thing is you can also, oh jeez. I'm having a tough time here. Oh, here we go. Here's some space points and an item or something there. Kind of consumable. That's a supply kit. Let's use that. Gives me some resources. Small chance to gain stat points. Looks like we just gained some XP. And these little stars here are just space points. And we leveled up. So I'll put some stuff in my stats. Stuff is happening fast and furious here. Much more than I'm used to. I'm going to level up technology. twice here because there are some things that require a certain level of technology to open. But it does not seem to have any sort of base. How am I trying to say? It doesn't seem to have any sort of benefit on its own, so I want to be cautious about putting too much in there. You can see that there's very, very incremental bonuses on these stats. The game definitely expects you to be playing for a pretty long time. You can certainly enjoy it just playing it for a short time, but it definitely has things set up kind of for like the long haul. Yeah, I think we'll just go all resources here. You can reset too for 25,000 space points. Let's continue floating along here. I would like to get to, oh geez, one of the signal things here. 1 year in space. So every other year we'll have a space diary sort of thing. Kind of, who I believe is our protagonist talking. He's kind of just floating here. I mean, his planet is gone, from what I gather, and he's just kind of floating out in space. Oh geez. And you see this thing at the bottom, counting days for a dying galaxy. I'm not sure what those things at the bottom are here. I'm gonna use my resources sparingly here. You can see your velocity, coordinates, missions. You can also, you know, if you just want to turn it off and just kind of chill in space. There's a little star field here. I got some gravitational pull going on too. So this requires 25 technology. Definitely cannot do anything with that. It's got a really strong gravitational pull too.
Look, the appearance of happiness. May I sit on the moon and sing, one day, songs about happiness and everything that can brighten up this gray soul of mine. To be light, to be somewhat glad, to be in this universe, to be a survivor. Wish me good luck.
So when you get the space diaries and things, they're very somber. I think, you know, for the aesthetic and everything, I'm gonna have to boost out of this. The game does a very good style of just giving you this feeling of this empty vastness of space that you're all alone in, which is kind of equal parts scary and soothing. What do we get there? Oh, a gamble box. Gain max resources or lose your life. That's pretty terrifying. Let's try to use this energy key. There we go. So we can get a refuel station here, if I can get to it. And this will have 3 charges and give me some resources. Yeah, we actually have 5 of those too. That's pretty cool. So there's also a bunch of like achievements and things. Yeah, so I got the Explorer one. You can see, well, like everything you do has some sort of. I wonder if there are only 10 diary pods. I don't know. You know, everything you do has some sort of achievement to it, but the thing is that the achievements are not just achievements in Steam, they're also progression in the game, which is really cool. I really like that. I really like when you tie those to something tangible. You can see too, we can also get a shield, but you can't get a shield till chapter 2. A lot of technology things here. Also, it looks like we may have our first signal here. Alpha base. Looks like one of those pre-alpha automated space stations. There's nothing here, just move on. So we get a bunch of space points and a bunch of resources. We found a good aura. Cannot equip it though with this ship. I might try one of the other ships before I end the video, just for the sake of curiosity. In fact, do I have any that are Gilfy Command? Looks like that's what I have the most of, so I'd be curious if I can open that. I'll probably use my gamble box here when I'm close to death. 3 years in space, level 3. A lot of technology things here. You can see they require a lot too. They require like 25 there. But yeah, I played this for probably a couple hours last night, and man, it's just nice to kind of like float around space and oh, we failed that one. I want to hit a mine too, because I'm kind of curious. I know there's an achievement. How much damage? Okay, so that does about 38 damage. That's quite a bit actually. Roaming free in space with the glowing Aeon. Oh, there's some stars here. Now I'm controlling this with the mouse. I actually have my mouse cursor hidden here at the moment, but you can also control with mouse and keyboard. I think you can also work with the controller. We get a rare style there. Romantic style of pudding. There's also this really weird juxtaposition between the overall feel of the game is very serious and somber and scary to an extent. And then you have this really weird, Flux engine of Super Mario. Like the item names are like oddly jovial, ideal style of ice cream. It's really weird. And I'm not sure if that makes it stranger or I don't know. It's just this weird opposite effect. We're getting close to our next signal here. This is a big one. And even these are random too. Death in space, not even a little small sign of life, just the memories of it. We found a good center. We're finding a lot of items here. And again, with the basic ship, you don't have a lot of stuff you can equip. I also like, I kind of mentioned it briefly. Oh.
We haven't understood anything. And all what's left to understand is dying. We need another world to call home. It's simple. We want to last, we want to survive, and we want to live. I'm searching for a new chance, a new way to stay alive.
Again, a little more exposition there. Now, it looks like eventually we can get a zone map of some sort, but I'm not quite sure what unlocks that. What I was going to say is that I like that in the background. Oh, this is very dangerous. You can see planets and things drifting kind of like in a different layer of space. And it just gives you that feeling that, you know, space is not flat, essentially. I think it really adds to the atmosphere. That's a wild thing in the background there. I've never seen that before. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how long like the other chapters are. Again, because I never gotten there, but man, it's really nice to just kind of float around space. Very, very cool game, very cool concept. And I'm not like, I've kind of always wanted space exploration games, but I'm always not super thrilled by what I've played so far. But this kind of hits that, scratches that itch. Soundless wind, high energy. We could not feel, we could not see. Even if it was right in front of our eyes, we started to believe. Finally, the math started to make sense. We could see the black holes in space. We got an item, we got a consumable, extra resources. Now we can hold on to those too. If I don't use them, they will stay with me when I die. There's another thing here. Oh. Got an achievement for exploring there. Just pretend. Oh no, I'm getting sucked into the sun here. Oh. Yeah, that can happen. I could have used a boost there, but I kind of wanted to just end that run. I got a new high score. Huh. Here's our legacy thing. You explode into stardust and your soul returns to space. So let's try a different ship here briefly. I can't actually... I think I have something for the Vanidus. But I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe the Locusena? You see they have classifications too. Craft, UFO, rocket. Let's try the Vanidus, see if I have any items for that. I don't, actually. Oh, it's got new music! That's cool, I didn't know that. So we start with a lot more resources with this one. Oh, that's really interesting, it's got different music. I didn't know that. That's super cool. Oh, and the Frank's Robot research is finished. Now let's activate that. I can't afford any of these other ones right now. So let me use my stat points here. Yeah, because we got 10 stat points. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go up to... I'm really tempted to just pour it all into technology and to be able to start opening those things. Let's do that. So I'm not quite sure what the strategy for this one is, other than you have a lot more resources, but you definitely boost a lot more, but... Watch out for that, though. Very green here in the Eridanus constellation. I'm noticing the video is going on for quite a while here. Let's just go to the end of this run, but man, just like, I don't know, it's just, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. And I should double check quickly. Oh, we're gonna, oh no. Yeah, I can boost out of that. But where I left myself is a good question. I'm gonna quickly check here. Just to double check something. Yeah, the game is $12. It's currently on sale, 10% off, since it was just released. But I already feel like I've gotten my $12 out of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult game to explain or describe, but it's super cool. It's definitely unlike anything I've played before. I certainly give them... Oh, man. Lost some space. Oh, I'm gonna die in the sun here. Actually, I'd be curious to see what happens when we,
Rain. Miss the rain pouring down my cheek. Miss the rain dropping from my eyelashes. Miss the catharsis of rain. Miss the liberation of rain. Miss the happiness of rain.
Boy, that's dark. I totally lost my train of thought on that too, but yeah, kind of interested to see what happens. If anything different happens when we end as the Vanitas. We can't boost here. I don't have enough resources, so I'm pretty much going to die here momentarily. But we might as well go as far as we can and see what we find out in space. Oh, we find asteroids, apparently. Yeah, this Oracle of Death thing is weird. I'm not quite sure what that means. Probably maybe other symbols unlock. We get our legacy upgrades and such like that. Yeah, so this is RymdResa. If you want something that's kind of got those roguelike elements, but it's kind of chill, I would totally recommend this. If you want to just kind of like float through space and explore, and you know, I don't know how much variety there necessarily is. You probably saw the majority of the variety in this video, but if you're into that sort of thing, it's just super cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click like, helps a lot, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.